Hey everybody, this is Sergeant Dan with Palmetto Edge. Check that out, man. Today I have a zero tolerance for you. This is a the ZT0393 GLCF. This is a not a new design from Zero Tolerance, but a new iteration on that design, which I'll get to. I'll get to that part in just a little while. I start out like I usually do with some. I'm trying to get the shine off that thing for you. Sorry, y'all. Let's see. I just don't want to sit away where... Oh, well. Alright, oh well. Start with some size comparisons. Here we got the Benchmade 940 Osborne. We got Spyderco Paramilitary 2. You can see it's kind of in this range. It's a little longer than the Osborne, maybe a little shorter than the PM2 here. Let's see if I got something smaller up here to compare it to, so you could see something a little more well known. Maybe Spyderco Native 5. As you can see, it's definitely bigger than that one. So hopefully that'll get you some idea on the size of this thing. Alright, let's see. Overall length is 8 1/4 inches, 8.25 inches. Blade length is 3.5 inches. That is 3.5 inches of CPM 20 CV steel, which I'll get to that later too. We'll discuss that in the review. It is a harpoon point, and it's called that because you see it sweeps up here and then comes back down, as well as the it's got this swedge in it here. So yeah, it's flat grind. It is what it's a Rick Hinderer design. Let's see, Hinderer design. See right there. So this is what Hinderer calls a working finish, which I really like. But that's a review. We'll get to that later. Stick on topic here, Sergeant Dan. Because right now I'm just trying to get some of the specifics out of the way. It is carbon fiber, which, again, we'll get to that in just a little while. Carbon fiber on titanium scales. It is a frame lock. I guess that's called a frame lock. Yeah, it's a frame lock. I mean, I know what a frame lock is, but I guess the scales on here don't turn it into something else. So, it is a frame lock. Flipper on bearings. It's not an assisted, not on washers. It's on bearings. I'm trying to see if you can see them there. No, not really. Well, just take my word for it. It's on bearings. The clip is a tip up only, but you can do right hand or left hand. All you do is take this little filler plate out, switch it over, and then put the filler plate in on the other side if you want to reverse the grip or reverse the carry on it there. Made in USA, which is always a plus with knives, if you ask me. Let's see, like I said, Rick Hinderer design. Yeah, that's pretty much it on specifications, so let's get into the review of it. I love this thing. When I got it, I knew I would like it, but I didn't know I would like it as much as I do. This is my... I can't remember if this was my second or third ZT, because I got this one and another one right around the same time. But my first one was the ZT0462, and I love that one. So that one kind of got me set on zero tolerance, and so then I ordered this one and got another one around the same. Pretty sure this was my second one. Now that I think about it, this was my second one. Then the other one, which I'll be reviewing eventually, was my third one. But anyway, I love this thing. I carry it more than I thought I would. It has a flipper tab that kind of sticks out here. I know some people don't like that. But, like I said in previous reviews, you'll see that I'm really not too picky when it comes to knives. It's got a sweet action. It doesn't have, I wouldn't really call it snappy because it doesn't have a strong detent, but if you want it open, it'll open, even with a light push like that. Just a light, it opens. So this thing wants you to open it, wants you to use it. It is ready to go. It is almost totally fall shut. It's pretty darn close. My ZT0462 is. I mean, that thing just falls shut. And this one's almost there, but not quite. It's ergonomically good to me. I don't really get any hot spots on it. Well, I kind of do from the tip of the pocket clip there. It kind of digs in right about here. It's not bad. I wouldn't quite call it a hot spot, but I can feel it. You know what I mean? It's if this were turned up any more than it is, it would be a hot spot. But the way it is, like I said, I can feel it. Wouldn't really call it a hot spot though. The sound that it makes with this titanium, with the titanium frame here, it's just this metallic snap. It's great. Absolutely love it. Anyone that knows Rick Hinderer, knows Rick Hinderer's knives, can clearly tell from looking at this that this is a Hinderer design. As a matter of fact, the parts, like this filler tab here and the pocket clip, I think even, I might be wrong about this, but I think even some of the screws and the pivot can actually be replaced with some custom Hinderer parts. So that'd be real cool to do if you wanted to, is replace your pocket clip with some kind of custom Hinderer thing and the filler tab. So what makes this one so special? It's got this new finish on it that I said earlier that Hinderer calls a working finish, which is real cool. It's almost a stonewash, but it's kind of a cross between a satin finish and a stonewash. It's smooth. It looks rugged. It looks real. Oh, it's on my finger. There we go. It looks real rugged. It looks a little used without actually being used. You know, gives it a cool, you know, I don't want to say battle worn, but cool looking, rugged looking design. If I could say that one more time. Beyond that, here's what's so cool about the thing. Glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber. Is it functional? Absolutely not. Of course not. I mean, what function does glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber give you? Is it cool? Heck yeah, it is. That's earlier why I said carbon fiber, because there's some people that'll argue with you saying, well, that's not real carbon fiber. And it might not be, but that doesn't change how cool it is. And that's the same on both sides. This side glows and this side. It doesn't hold that glow for a really long time, but I mean, you don't really need it to. It's just a coolness factor. Let's see, earlier I said it was 20 CV steel. That is actually one of my, that and CPM S35VN are probably both in my top 5 steels, top 5 favorites, so that's definitely a plus for me. Let's see, what don't I like about this knife? When I first got it, you see this little mark on it here, and this little mark on it here, which the grind actually messes with a little there. I thought I got a knife that was flawed. When I first got it, I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? How did they let this get through quality control? And then I started looking at them and I was like, wait, that's a design choice on there, because it lines up with one of the sort of corners on this flat area here, and it's just a line that comes down on both sides there. If I could change one thing, it would be that. I do not like that, because like I said, when I first got it, I thought it was I thought it was a flaw with the blade. What on earth? How did this get through quality control? It eased me up a little better realizing that it was how it's supposed to be, but that's definitely one thing I would change about it. Another thing, it's got jimping on the flipper tab here, but it's on the back side. Why do you put the jimping on the back side? Because you're pulling on it from that side. And then when it's open, the jimping's on the outside of it here. So I don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't know. Now talk about price on this thing. $280. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot for a knife. But then when you start to look at what you get with it, you get a quality knife from a quality company. ZT is known for their knives, known for how well they make them, the materials they use, things like that. So, you get CPM 20 CV blade, and this is a lot of blade. So, you got that affecting the price. You've got titanium liners here, both sides. That's, of course, affecting the price. Carbon fiber, that's, of course, affecting the price. You got you got this man's name on it right there, which is, of course, affecting the price. So, you don't get into ZT knives thinking that you're gonna get one for cheap. So $280, that's what this costs. If you can't afford got stuff falling on me. If you can't afford $280 for a knife, there's certainly other knives from other quality companies out there that you could spend your money on and still get a great knife, okay? This is starting to get into more of your, maybe more of your collector side, okay? I mean, I know that there's custom knives out there that cost way, way more than this. This is kind of on the upper end of my price range, though, personally. So for me, this is kind of getting into more the collector realm rather than the everyday carry, daily user, which I do with this one. So for that price, for that $280, am I glad I bought it? Yeah, because I love this knife. Like I said, I actually carry this one a lot more than I thought I would. I use it a lot more than I thought I would. So yeah, I'm absolutely glad I got it. Would I replace it? Yes. At $280, probably not immediately, because that's a chunk of change. That is a decent chunk of change. But yeah, oh man, if something happened to this one and I usually say like I lost it. Well, that's about the only way that something would happen to it the ZT wouldn't cover, other than me just being stupid with it and tearing it up, which I don't really do. But if I were to somehow lose this one, I would cry, and then I'd save my money, and I'd buy another one, and I'd be happy again. Beyond that, ZT has an awesome warranty program. They're kind of known a little bit for it, like Benchmade is. They both have great warranty service programs and stuff. So regular, reasonable use. Something happens to it, send it to ZT. They fix it. They give you a new one, whatever. So I recommend it. If you've got $280 to drop on a knife and you want something cool and smooth and sharp and sturdy and that could be an expensive EDC knife, absolutely get you one of these. As a matter of fact, the first iteration of these, just the standard 0393, has been discontinued. So most retailers, at least most online retailers right now, have them at a discounted price. Blade HQ has them for, I think, about $180 right now, as opposed to $280 for this one. So I'm contemplating getting one of those too. I don't quite have that much money to drop on a knife right now, so I probably won't before they get gone. But if I have the opportunity, I will. and if I don't, I'll kind of be sad that I don't, because like I said, this is a great knife. So you got a couple options right now if you want to get one like this. So yeah, get you one. It's great. It's cool. Thank y'all for watching. Got some more videos coming. Have a good one. Bye, guys.